Well, hello, and welcome back, folks, to another adventure here in Elder Scrolls Online with the Arcanist class, or the Arcanist class. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Arcanist, I believe, or Arcanist. One way or the other. It's one of those, and we're here in High Isle in Gonfalon Bay. Let's take a look at our journal here. All right, Jacaran asked me to meet with his patron, Lady Arabelle Davrow. Apparently she needs help regarding some important conference taking place in High Isle. Lady Arabelle asked me to speak with Captain Colleen to get her account of what happened to the Alliance vessels. So, in a nutshell, Jacaran asked us to help him with Lady Arabelle Davrow, and they had some special cargo coming for this conference. Well, there's this group of rogue knights and the Ascendant Order that are going around saying, you know, we need to get rid of the current governments in place because they're basically killing everybody with their wars that they're doing. We need to overthrow the governments, and we're going to do that. Well, they just so happen to kidnap King, Queen, and all the leaders. Three of the leaders of the main alliances that are at war, the Three Banners War, got the three leaders of each one of those banners and kidnapped them. Maybe. We don't know yet. But so it's kind of what we're investigating and trying to find out where they've been kidnapped and all that good stuff. So if you want to see everything up to this point, I do have the VOD up either here on the Twitch channel. Hi.
Go inside and talk to Captain Colleen. Find out what happened at sea. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
Will do. Or you can go to the YouTube channel and follow the VOD there as well. Did about 3 hours and of the storyline. Did a couple side quests and whatnot. So I'm having a good time with it. Oh, there's Jacaran. Oh, book here. Investigator Vale, the Locked Murder. Oh, is she the one that wrote this? And this is her house. She said she has trophies from all her adventures. So let me take a look. Ooh. I don't mind if I do. Again, if it doesn't say stealing, if she's willing to, give us some of this stuff here, I don't mind taking it. Thank you. Let's see what we got. Again, I don't have any recipes. That's what I'm really looking for, is a recipe. Okay, there's a recipe for how to make a cabinet, but I'm looking for a recipe on a provisioning recipe. Thank you. Yeah, no, I already checked those, right? Okay. And I like to explore around, find any goodies that we may find. Yeah, again, if I had is that another book? Lockpicks, you bet. But I like to look around, get what we can get. Boy, she's got quite a few books here. Yeah, quite a few books. Oh, I think he ransacked this area, didn't he? Dang. Well, they didn't get everything. Oh, another book here. Oh, another one. Another lockpick, thank you. Oh, there's another level to this house. Holy smokes. This place is huge. Part 2 of the book. Now, she said she's not the mystery writer, but I think... Oh, here we go. Alright, so pumpkin cheese bread. Or cheesecake. So we'll take that. So if we can find pumpkins and cheese, we can make some pumpkin cheese. Oh, some pumpkin cheesecake. This one here. And again, I'm surprised this isn't stealing, but I'm glad it's not. Got some good stuff here. So I'll learn that. And that. That's a bookshelf. All right. I think we've taken all the stuff that we can take here. Hey! This is a new expansion. Yes, how are you, Roflander? New expansion, the Necrom, and a new class, the Arcanist. The Arcanist class. I'll show you some of the skills here of the Arcanist class. We've got Rune Blades, Fate Carver, also got Rune Mend and Rune Spite. So some runey stuff. Using a Dark Elf here because I think it fits the class. Although the outfit I got, I'm not sure on, but also using the. I'll get back downstairs. Staves as well, and light armor. Light armor, staves, and the rune magic. Some more stuff here. Hey, Jakarn.
I admit, I didn't expect someone like the General to fall for the Ascendant Order's patter. Guess you can never tell. Anyway, you should hear Captain Colleen's story. It made the hairs on my neck stand up straight.
Will do, sir, will do. Although, back. Recipe? No, dang. There is a soul gem. I'll just yoink that. Thank you. Hello. Maruta, the Undying. Nice. Let's talk to
Lady
Alicia.
Arabelle explained that Guild General Quentin chose to join the Ascendant
He did.
Order. I knew he carried pain in his heart for the people he lost, but I never imagined his pain could lead him into such folly.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, it did. We had to kill him. He wouldn't even talk to us. He attacked us. But yeah, it's I'm in High Isle. There is a new chapter that I haven't gotten to yet, but we will get to it. Let's talk to these guys first. Hello.
Must Zaji tell this sad story again? The last Zaji saw of Queen Irene, she was struggling to launch a damaged skiff. Then Zaji was swept away in the storm. Zaji was entrusted with getting her safely to High Isle, but he lost her and Koska.
Can you tell me what happened out at sea?
Zaji must admit he was sleeping in his cabin when the storm hit. He woke up when cold water climbed into bed with him. The next thing Zaji knows, he is being fished out of the sea by strange knights. I'm saved, Zaji thinks. Then they tied me up.
So you were... All right, so Roughland, the lowdown right now is on High Isle here. There's a Lord Bivouac who set up a conference trying to forge peace between all the factions. And so these ships came in to, they got the king, the queen, King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and the Scald Prince. I forget what they said his name was. Got them all to come to this island for some sort of peace conference. It was all hush-hush. And, but this Ascendant Order, again, this rogue band of knights, somehow caused this storm to come up. And I think they kidnapped the three leaders. I don't know. So we'll have to find out. That's what we're kind of exploring right now, trying to find out whether they've been kidnapped or not, if they've been caught. It's kind of in a nutshell what's going on. So you were fished out of the water by the Ascendant Order?
The annoying knight, yes. Zaji heard the commander talking. The Lord, they called him. He was angry the Alliance leaders did not wash ashore with Zaji.
Ah.
Zaji did not see the Lord's face, but he spoke like a Breton noble. Zaji could hear him.
Okay, so what about Queen Irene? Did she get away?
Zaji lost Queen Irene, and first mate Casca too. The wind and the waves must have carried them somewhere else. The Lord and the Magus, the Order's leaders, they swore to comb every beach until they found her. And the others too, Zaji supposes.
Yeah, so there's the Ascendant Knights and the Ascendant Magus as well. All right, so it sounds like those two escaped. What about Captain Zazu or Tusu?
I thank you for my rescue. I do not think the Ascendant Order had any more use for me. Once they realized I could not tell them what became of Prince Ernskar.
Yeah, Ernskar's the other guy.
Back to its cell.
Yeah, it kind of is. Roughlander. It kind of is Game of Thrones stuff, yeah. Do you remember what happened out at sea?
I remember it like the ripples in my favorite pond. A storm blew up without warning. My ship was driven onto the rocks near Aminos and broke apart. All were cast into the sea. When we reached shore, those rogue knights grabbed us.
So what happened to the prince?
I did not see what became of him. He might have been trapped in the part of the ship that was swept away. Or maybe the currents carried him to a different part of the shore. Or he might have drowned. I know that many of my crew did.
Okay, well, let's hope not. Because the Nords will be very upset. Captain Colleen, as you all remember from the Strauss-Mackay days, or Mackay, Strauss-Mackay.
I honestly didn't think we'd ever leave that cell alive. I owe you a debt of gratitude, friend. We all do. And I owe Dark Master of Gonfalon Bay payment of a different kind. I visit High Isle often, and I considered Arnold a friend.
Oh, was Arnold involved? Can you tell me what happened out at sea and how you wound up in the crypts?
An armored mage and a gang of ruffians were waiting at the shallows. They clubbed down all who made it ashore. Master Arnold showed up, and I thought we were saved.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Mage, a Brett noble by his voice, paid him to walk away and leave.
Hold on, back up. What happened before you washed ashore?
We were nearing landfall when a huge storm swept out of nowhere. I looked for the light at Gonfalon Head, but the lighthouse was dark. We were blown off course, crashed upon some rocks. I lost sight of High King Emmerich, but somehow made it ashore.
So, in the last episode, the Knights turned out the lighthouse. We managed to get that fixed, but they were the ones responsible for the lighthouse not working. Do you know where High King Emmerich and the other leaders are now?
I'm not sure. I didn't see any of the royals when I waded ashore, and I was the last one from my ship to make it to the beach. The tide turned as I swam in, and no one was washed up after me. I'm afraid you won't find the High King at the shallows.
Okay. Well, now that the dock master's got some stuff to answer for. Oh, another backpack. Hello. Recipe. Dang it. No. Did I get this trunk? Oh, I didn't. Always can use lockpicks. Thank you very much. I like houses where you're not stealing. That's nice. Oh, the weather has changed on us. It's raining. Where's Lady? Oh, here she is.
Over here, dear. We have much to do.
Yes, we do.
I adore this view. Isn't the Colossus a wondrous sight? Still, gazing upon it does nothing to quell my anxiety. Somehow the Ascendant Order learned not only about our secret peace talks, but that the Alliance leaders were going to attend. Well,
it sounds like it. Don't get me wrong, but it sounds like the Dockmaster had a lot to do with that. I don't know. Well, at least they don't have High King Emmerich, Queen Aren, or Prince Irenskar yet.
And neither do we. We're not even sure they're still alive, but we must hope. Your help has been invaluable thus far, my dear. And you've earned every piece of gold in this pouch. We'll find the Alliance leaders and unmask the Order. We have to.
Indeed.
Just as the Colossus watches over Gonfalon Bay.
Nice level 6.
I was supposed to keep the Alliance leaders safe. I failed on that. But at least they are into the Ascendant Order's hands. Not yet, anyway. What did Captain Colleen and the others have to say, dear?
Okay, I'll let my all my level stuff go up here. Level 6. That's right. Nice to see the nice increase there. I remember you playing Classic WoW when I first discovered your channel. Didn't understand a thing back then, but I recently tried it myself and I'm so impressed. Classic WoW is a lot of fun. I've not picked it up in a little bit, probably a couple of weeks. I've got my Orc Warlock, and I haven't played him in a little bit. So many new things to to get my head around. Oh yeah, Classic. You know, I did play back in Vanilla. Not at the start of Vanilla, kind of maybe halfway through when WoW first came out. And really enjoyed it. Yeah. Definitely. All right. The captains believe the Order's leaders are Breton nobles, and the delegates didn't wash ashore.
Breton nobles? Yes. We heard that as well when the Ascendant Lord and the Magus were speaking in the crypts. That's something to go on. And if the Alliance leaders didn't end up in the Shallows, we'll need to look elsewhere. What else, dear?
Well, Captain Colleen saw the Dockmaster accept gold from the Magus when they captured her.
Well, that's a lead we can investigate. I'd like to have a chat with Dockmaster Arnaud about that and a great many other things. I detest being lied to, and he did it with such conviction. You're still on retainer, dear. Would you care to join me?
Oh yes, I'll help you interrogate Dockmaster Arnaud.
The Dockmaster's home overlooks the harbor to the west. Jacan and I will meet you there. First Quentin, now this. I hardly know who to trust. Times like these, I take a moment to contemplate the Colossus in the harbor. It helps clear my thoughts.
Well, tell me more about this. That actually, could you imagine? Because, I mean, the Statue of Liberty would probably be maybe half that size. Tell me about the Colossus in the harbor.
That's one of the wonders of the archipelago, dear. The locals are very proud of their statue. Even a few of them know the real story behind who it represents. I like it as well. One of the reasons I bought the manor. Such a spectacular view.
Right, so who does it represent?
The Colossus of Gonfalon Bay is Baron Admiral Bendu Uno, though most on the mainland would know him as the Colovian King of Anvil. He formed the All Flags Navy around 2260 in the First Era to gain vengeance against the Slowed for the Thracian Plague.
Yeah, the Slowed. Right. The All Flags Navy?
The largest allied naval force in Tamrielic history. Ships from every nation and province participated, and many of the vessels were built right here on High Isle. The fleet launched from here and rained destruction upon Thras for their treachery.
And what does this have to do with finding... I just asked the question. I don't know why I'm... This sounds kind of snarky, if you ask me. I mean, I'm the one that asked the question. She answered me, so... But again, what does this have to do with finding the missing Alliance leaders? Nothing. She just comes out here to think.
Nothing.
See? Yeah.
Lord Kara selected High Isle for the peace talks because of that history, though. The All Flags Navy recalls a time when disparate people united in common cause. He hopes to inspire the delegates to do the same.
Indeed. All right. So we leveled up. Let's go ahead and claim that. Some soul gems and a crown experience scroll. Thank you very much. I'm going to throw another one into the old magic. And commit. Yes. Let's see. The next one is Fated Fortune. Warp Fate. When you generate or consume crux, increasing your critical damage and critical healing by 6% for... Oh, nice. I'll do it. Unlock that. Thank you very much. All right. So we may as well utilize this. And one of the meals there. Eat that. So if we hit C, we'll now see that we've got our increased experience and increased to all primary stats set. Oh, and I also have... Whoops. I also have tab. Oh, no, it's Alt. Right down here. Notification. Oh, another Crown Experience scroll. Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Alright, let's go talk to this dockmaster and see what his excuse is, because it better be a good one, dang it. Yeah, because he lied right to our faces as well, so we're going to find his house. We're going to get on our weird horse. You can see here he's covered in looks like barnacles and stuff, shells and all. Let's see, map. He is locations, High Isle and Aminos, and so he is where? Just kind of down and around. Okay, down and around. Is there a crafting and professions like in WoW here? Oh yes. The Elder Scrolls Online? Oh, you bet. And in fact, well, for my Dark Elf here, for this Arcanist, let's go to K. And right now, we are utilizing clothing. And you can do all crafting. It doesn't require you to go and talk to anybody. You already know all of them. You just have to work on them to work them up, basically. So I'm level 2 in crafting, and so I make my own clothes. I made all my outfit here. Well, I think except for these pants I found, which are better pants. Woodworking, so I can make my staff. And provisioning, so I can craft my own food. So with this character, I'm also doing enchanting, so I can enchant my stuff as well. And so with this character, I'm doing clothing or tailoring, enchanting, provisioning, and woodworking. There's also blacksmithing. There is alchemy. Trying to think of what the other one is, because I think there's like 7. It's blacksmithing, alchemy, woodworking, I forget. Oh, jewelry making, jewelry crafting. So, so basically, it's what I utilize is what I do, and they're all fun. They're all fun to do, and you find all the materials out here in the world. And so, what we're looking for with this character is any jute plants that we might come across. Any jute plants, any wood that we come across. So again, you know all your gathering skills automatically. So here's some jute right here, actually. So there's some jute, and jute is for making clothes. And so I have some raw jute here. I'll take that. Oh, and over here for enchanting. Oh, well, here's the wood. So we'll cut some wood for our woodworking. And rune stones for our enchanting. So as you go along, you're able to collect stuff. You can also collect bugs for this bug here. Come here. Come here, moth. Come here. Insect parts, so I can use that for river bait. So if I come up to a river, I can do fishing with the river bait. Got another moth here. Take them. And sometimes you can get like butterfly wings and everything else for alchemy. But I'm not doing alchemy. So you can do all the professions. Is there an auction where you can trade? Yes. And it's done through guilds. Guilds do the auctioning. And I haven't really done any auction house stuff, so I'm not sure on all of that. On the auction house stuff, I haven't really done any auctioning, because usually I just utilize the stuff for myself. So, but I believe there's a way you can do that. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, there's some jute here and also an imp. So let's go ahead and show you our abilities here. So yeah, we'll just get to, we got our abilities there. This, and then one of my favorite ones is this one here. It just melts stuff. So good. And jute. More jute. I don't know if it's clearing up or... Oh, looks like we're going to have to fight our way into his house, eh? That's fine. One more. Like, I just made this staff. I made this staff. What is it? So I made a maple staff, and I also made the glyph that we put on it, the absorb magicka. So I made a glyph that deals 1,306 magical damage and restores 243 magicka. So when I use it, it's giving me mana back, basically. So I made that. I made like the gloves, the epaulets, the jerkin. Again, I made the glyph of health for it, the belt and the boots, and then again I made the glyph of the magicka for it. So I put all that stuff on there as well. All right, so he's got guards outside his house, does he? It's not going to help you, sir. So I'm just going to blast your friend here. Such a powerful spell. Block and bang. Oh, I missed him. Got him. There we go. Oh, what do you got in here? Aha! A chest. There's a little lock-picking game that they have in the game as well. You find chests everywhere if you explore. And you get stuff like this. I mean, the gold and the bronze, I can break the shield down for the wood, deconstruct it for the wood. Anything in here? Let's see what's in here. Put my shield on. What's in here? Anything good? Moonstone. Cabinet. No, I don't need any seasoning. I do have one add-on that I use, and it's a it's actually an outdated add-on, but it still works with a few glitches in it. But it tells me what ingredients I need to keep and what I don't. Matches it up against the recipe book. It's very helpful. All right. Knock, knock.
The place is a mess.
I imagine the Ascendant Order ruffians loitering outside had something to do with that. Let's look around.
Indeed. Hi, hey guys.
No sign of Dockmaster Arnaud, yet plenty of evidence that something is amiss. Take a look around, please. See if you can find any clues as to where our absent Dockmaster might have gotten to.
Right. Yeah, there's pickpocketing in this game as well, and but there's a lot more chests that you find everywhere. Nightstand, take the lockpicks. Yeah, man, I don't need any carrots. There'd be a little symbol here if I did. Yeah, I think I know where he went. I think they they took him away because he knows too much. Thank you. There's housing in this game, which is great. Dockmaster Arnold, as per our arrangement, here's your payment for your continued assistance and discretion. It's imperative that you direct official attention away from salvage operations on the High Isle until we have finished our work at the Shallows. You may find yourself tempted to look deeper into our business or see whether we are willing to pay more for your silence. I must warn you that I strongly dislike renegotiating settled agreements after the fact. Stay away from the lock and content yourself with the handsome sum you have been paid, and I shall profit from the mages.
The Ascended Magus did bribe the Dockmaster, just as Captain Colleen said.
Indeed, but it looks like he was got greedy. Looks like he wanted more.
A few drops of dry blood. A scuffle, but not a murder.
So he's kidnapped somewhere then? Of course, I suffer a lot in combat, but on the same side, I can avoid combat with my stealth and refreshes the overall MMO experience so much. Yeah, the rogue is great. I really like the rogue. Jakarn, what do you know?
Looks like someone left in a hurry. Guilty conscience, maybe? Better take a look around.
Not guilty conscience. He may have been kidnapped, I think. I don't need apples, I don't believe. Nope. Okay, nothing there. Nothing in these sacks here, nope. That wardrobe's empty. Millet sack, I don't need millet. I do need cheese, prepared milk.
Someone planning to depart doesn't set a meal on the table. I think I have a picture of what transpired here. Let's talk, my dear.
Looks like he had clams and crabbies ready to chow down. All right, so I think we've ransacked this place as much as we can. Again, we did find a diagram for a common post, a flagpole. Again, there is housing in the game, and so you can craft all your own furniture and stuff. It's great. And that's the recipe I just learned there. What's that? All right, let's see what's going on.
Nothing packed. Food left on the table, and signs of a recent scuffle. I think it's safe to say Dockmaster Arnold found that his Ascended Order friends weren't entirely satisfied with their arrangement. They've obviously spirited him away.
Again, this is a dumb question, me asking on my part, because why else would they take him away when they've already bribed him? Because it sounds like he was getting greedy. Sounds like he was saying, hey, either you pay me more or I'm going to start talking. They didn't like that. But I'll ask the question anyway. Why would the Ascended Order kidnap Dockmaster Arnold when they're already bribed him?
The Dockmaster ignored the wishes of the Ascended Magus. Captain Colleen saw Arnold collect another payment at the lock. I suspect he got greedy. And once he proved he wouldn't stay bribed, well, he became a liability. Yeah,
see? You don't want to become a liability. So where do we go from here?
The Ascendant Order's throwing around a lot of coin on High Isle. If we follow the gold, we'll find someone with wealth and local influence behind us. Another clue that a High Isle noble is involved. Perhaps they want to keep the war going.
Wait, why would anyone want to keep the war going?
Profit, of course. That's what it always comes down to. Lord Bacaro should be able to tell us which nobles stand to lose if the war ends. Go to Steadfast Manor, northwest of the city. I'll have Jakarn look for the Dockmaster and then meet you there.
All right, do you think anyone else is secretly working for the Ascendant Order?
Almost certainly. As I said, we must be careful about whom we trust. It is a concern, but it can also work to our advantage. Gold only buys loyalty for so long, and I suspect our adversaries are not as organized as they appear.
And why do you say that?
We know their opening move didn't go as planned. They were interrogating the captains to try to find the missing alliance leaders. Now they've taken the Dockmaster, who would have been more useful to them where he was. They don't trust each other.
Well, do you think Dockmaster Arnold knows where the alliance leaders are?
I doubt it. If Dockmaster Arnold knew where the alliance leaders were, he would have happily sold that information to the Ascendant Magus in exchange for his freedom. We know he didn't because the Order is still looking for him.
So you'd think a group that claims to want the end of the war would want the peace talks to proceed.
I suspect the Order wants power, not peace.
Yeah, that's true.
When the throne is vacant, your prospects of becoming emperor suddenly seem a good deal more promising. That sort of prize might tempt a noble with just the right mix of ambition, gold, and imagination.
Well, do you think Lord Baccaro can point us at the most likely suspects?
Lord Baccaro worked diligently to bring the peace talks to High Isle. Not everyone thought that was a good idea. I'm curious as to who opposed him and why. Better yet, he won't voice suspicions without good cause. We can rely on his discretion.
All right. Sounds good. Again, I think we ransacked this place pretty good. Yeah, just some carrots left there. All right. These guys have popped back up. So where are we going? Map. So it looks like we're going out over here. Gotcha. Steadfast Manor. All right, let's fight our way back out of here for the experience. Got him. There was a guy that was sitting right there. Ah! There he is. Good Lord. Ah! Gotcha. Ooh, some guts. Nice. Very nice. Alright, let's see here now. Barrel's empty. Now we're looking for pumpkin and cheese, so we can make some pumpkin cheesecake. Water skins. Boy, there's a bunch of them here. Gotcha. That spell is so powerful. Life bracers, don't mind if I do. And some gold, thank you. Very, very powerful. What the bird scared that? Scared me. Let's see. I remember you playing other classes like Dragon Knight and the Elder Scrolls Online. Did you create a new character or respec? No, this is a new character. Yeah, I wanted to try from the get-go, from level 1, to see how the class played out. And so far, it's a very powerful class, as you can see. Here's some jute. Hello? Someone was yelling. Alright, let's get on our magnificent steed here. Get this. I do not like the look of this steed. It creeps me out, but yeah, in honor of the new class and all, we'll use it. It certainly creeps me out, though. Let's keep an eye out for, again, wood and jute and runes. Yeah, look at it. It's kind of a... He does leave little... I don't know if those are flies that are on them, or is that like a magic dust, perhaps, of some sort? But yeah, just kind of a... Ugh. You don't like to look too close at him because he's like a seahorse, you know? Yeah. But again, it's the horse you get by buying the expansion. You get the horse, and you get a pet as well. Let's see here. You get access to the class. Let's see, allies, fragments, upgrades. Where's the pet? You also get an outfit. Get an outfit. Collectibles. Here we go. Non-combat pets. And what was it? It wasn't Daedric. Flying pet? No? Exotic? Ah, here it is. The worm. There he is. Comes out of a book. And there he is. So you get this worm thing when you buy the expansion. And again, you get the class added to your roster of classes that you can be. And there's a chapter as well. You get a new chapter as well that I haven't gotten to. What was it? Yeah, there's an outfit you got too, and I can't... Costumes, here we go. It is this. Which actually looks pretty cool. So that's the stuff you get when you purchase the expansion. It's all that stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, right? Oh, the merchant. Hello. Wait, actually. Hello.
While few escape the prison isle of animals, bards tell of daring tales of some rare escapes. It's why I keep my wits about me in the wilds here. Your gear, does it need some repairs, perhaps?
No, I have some stuff to sell, though. Yeah, let's see. The heartwood. So I'm not making any furniture right now. I'm going to keep the staff. I can break that down. Was that it? No, the rawhide bracers. I can sell those. Thank you. Anything else here? Oh, yeah, the cleaver I'm not going to use. The shield I can break down for wood as well. Yeah, we might as well repair, sure. Thank you, madam. And again, it's a very pretty island. Ah, runestone. Very pretty island. I do like the look of the place. Okay, we're going to get... as much as I like our worm friend, I'm going to go ahead and put that away. There we go. Put our little pal away here. Yeah, we did pretty good on that runestone there. We got a lot of good stuff. Let's hop back on our horse here. Back on our weird horse. But yeah, very pretty island.
I can't believe you drank our entire stock.
Me? Where's your proof? Because I woke up in a pile of bottles doesn't mean I'm guilty. Those could have been gotten there in any number of ways.
Yeah. Yeah. You have no proof. Where's your proof? That might have evaporated out of the bottles, right? Good Lord. Hello, madam.
Hello there.
Hi.
Say, you look like the type who could go traipsing around dangerous areas in search of rare ingredients. Could I interest you in a job? There's coin in it for you, and the knowledge that you'd be bringing joy to many in Gonfalon Bay.
Okay, what's the job?
My partner and I are purveyors and creators of fine drinks. Pilgrim does more drinking than creating, however, which got us into our current trouble. We were on the cusp of making a groundbreaking new spirit, then Pilgrim drank our entire supply.
Okay, so what do you need me to do?
We need 3 ingredients to make another batch, and Pilgrim's in no state to get them himself. The drink requires flesh flies, a sister's passion flower, and a druid's bane mushroom. If I marked the locations on your map, would you gather them for us?
Oh, it's easy enough. Yeah, I'll get your ingredients.
Here, these spots should have the ingredients I mentioned. If you can gather them and bring them back, I can whip up a drink that's sure to make all the mainlanders empty out their pockets. So long as I can keep Pilgrim away from it.
Okay, so what's so special about this drink you're making?
Pilgrim and I are always experimenting with different flavors and ingredients. Not all of them are successful, of course, but this combination in particular was exceedingly delicious. We stumbled upon something revolutionary. I'm sure of it.
Okay, what's the secret?
We've only just met, lovely stranger. I can't go giving you all our secrets
Well, that's
just
true.
yet. Pilgrim and I have a special technique when it comes to the blending. But truthfully, we can't take all the credit. The local ingredients play a major role.
All right, tell me more about the ingredients.
The flesh fly wings add
Ugh,
a bit of bitterness
gross.
and body to the drink.
That's
The sister's passion flower gives it a lovely floral aftertaste and a lovely color. And that particular type of mushroom infuses a great deal of sweetness and heaviness to the mix.
okay. What's your history with Hilgrim here?
Well, you wouldn't know it by looking at him right now, but he's actually a very charming, intelligent, and passionate man. We fell in love over a bottle of Alto wine years ago, and discovered we both had a gift for concocting delicious libations.
So you're a couple?
He makes me want to tear my hair out most days. But yes, we are. As much as he vexes me, he makes me laugh too. And he has incredible ideas. It was his notion to use the flesh flies to add a hint of bitterness to the drink. Just brilliant.
I mean, that's like most relationships, isn't it? Yeah. I have the same thing in MMOs. I may kind of like the pre-order bonus stuff, but I never use it because it ruins the immersions and stuff like that. Oh, okay. You mentioned mainlanders.
Yes, this place brings in rich nobles by the bucketful. Or at least it used to before those delegates came around. But there are still enough gadabouts to take advantage of. People
Wow.
will pay almost anything for a taste of something different.
Gadabouts. Okay. All right. Well, let's, jeez, man. Let's go ahead and find the ingredients, shall we? So it looks like some is down this way. And again, I like... I will.
My hero.
Okay. Right back, you're my hero. Love you, man. I like doing the side quests. Allows you to go off course a little bit every now and then. Alright, where are we going here? Map. Let's go to... Where is it? To the west. Oh, yeah, right through here. Again, I love all the sunflowers here. Are great. Very pretty. I really like this. Hello? Hey! Jeez. Whoa. Hey. Jeepers. He's fond, or not very fond of me. Soul gem. Yeah, I'll take that. And backpack. Ow. See, where you usually find the recipes are in the backpacks. Do I need any seasoning? No. And the water skin I don't. I've got a book here, but I can't read it. But yeah, backpacks are where you usually find recipes. So I always get excited when I see a backpack because it might be a recipe. Oh, an imp. And that's the iron here that you can mine for ore for your blacksmithing. There's so many places to explore in Elder Scrolls, which makes it so fun. I really like it. Stop it. just going to zap this guy. And there we go. Bam. Perfect. Oh, here we go. Oh, hello, little guy. Little squirrel. How you doing, buddy? There's also a lot of different wildlife and stuff in the game. Oh, is this the Sister's Passion Flower? A lush pink flower native to the Sisters Archipelago. Glenenda. How do you pronounce her name? Glenda? Ginalda? Ginalda. And Hilgrim need it for their drink, yeah. Take it. That's a huge flower. Another rune stone here. Yeah, looks like a logging camp or something over there. That's where we're at on the map here. Oh, there's a way shrine around here. Let's go grab that while we're over here. Oh. A lot of times I feel like, oh, look, a shiny, a shiny. Get off track a little bit here. Let's hop on our horse here. Steadfast hammer and saw located. Boy, it looks like this is a... There's something after me. I heard something. So I think this is where you can make specialty goods. Yeah, Order's Wrath. You can make specialty items here. And again, I think you have to be a certain level before you can make different looking gear here. It's like the jewelry station, all that sort of thing. So it's an outfit station. Again, in order to make or craft that particular looking gear, you have to come here. Pardon me, you have to come here and do it here. All right, but I want to go find that that waypoint there, and we'll swing back around and get those other ingredients. Again, I'm going to try not to get too far off track here. Usually I take one or two side missions. I'll keep the main storyline going. Alright, so we got this open up. It's got to be Steadfast Manor, yeah. Right? Boy, look at that place, huh? Alright. Let's cross the road. Oh, Visitor's Guide to Yifri's Cauldron. That's where we're at. Few structures outside of Valenwood command as much respect from Tamriel's nature worshippers as Yifri's Cauldron on High Isle. The millennial-old edifice could easily be mistaken for arena or theater in the round, but its origins are far more intriguing. Really? Well, let's take a peek in here. See what we see. Oh, hello. A dead priest. Oh, this is a very powerful boss here, so I don't want to go in here. A sable knight. Yeah, let's get out of here, shall we? We would definitely die in there. So that's like a world boss in there, huh? Yeah. Yep. Yifri's Cauldron is like a world boss. Definitely not for me. So again, just exploring and finding different little stuff like that's pretty cool. And their lore, they've got so much good lore in the game. Ah, Druid's Bane's mushrooms. Take those. Particular mushroom is what G and H need for their drink. And what do we got here? Who are you? Oh, more fawn people. Just gonna get this up here, guys. You guys be good down there. I'll take this rune stone if you don't mind. Oops. Yeah, don't attack me. Thank you. Alright, so we just got one more thing. I'll just stay on foot for now. See more of these fawns here. Oh, another... Man, I've been raking in the runestones. Alright, so now we're hunting the fireflies. Or flesh flies. I think they said flesh flies. Where? Oh, they're right above the... Am I going the wrong way? Oh, it looks like it... Oh, no. Yeah, so it is across the river, so let's go across the river first. Alright, let's get across the river. Oh, I think it's over by that cemetery we were at. Another merchant there. Hello, Claudette. I don't know if we can... I wonder if we can scoot our way around the beach here over to there. Might be able to. That'll give us an opportunity to explore along the beach here, see what we find. Besides these little hermit crabs here. See what we see, explore along the way. Again, a lot of times you'll find... Oh, a river troll. A bunch of river trolls here. I think we can handle River Troll or 3. Put our skills to the test. He threw a crab at us. I don't know if you just saw that. He just threw a crab at us. Got him. That amazing spell. Don't know if we can sell the ichor. We can go ahead and take it, but I don't know if we can. I know there's... Oh man, there's a couple more river trolls up here. I don't know if I want to fight 2 of them. You guys just stay over there. I'm going to mind my own business. You mind yours, and we'll be all happy. There's our treasure around here of some sort? No? Looks like that ends there. We can go up this trail here. Let's find my way down here. Again, exploring, seeing if we find any lost chests of some sort. Is that a fish? What is that? That might be a fish. That's creeping me out. I can't see. It might be just some wood in the water, but it also could be a giant fish of some sort. How about you? But I have that little bit of phobia of not knowing what's... If you can't see what it is in the water, I don't like to be in the water with it, whatever it is. Okay. I don't know what kind of phobia that is, but I certainly have it. And it's one I developed as a small child when Jaws first came out, and I saw that movie for the first time. It didn't matter if I was swimming in a lake or in the river. If I couldn't see underneath me, it gave me the creeps. Okay, it looks like we got to go up the trail here. Up the road here. Yeah, that always creeps me out, man. These Soul Razor Knights are pretty interesting too. Oh, here they are. Island Flesh Flies. Alright, we did it. I just got to go back and turn this in. After getting bit by jellyfish, ooh. I heard that really hurts. I've heard that stings like a bee sting. Alright, so what's the fastest way to those guys? That's the manor. Where are those other two at? I think they were over... Aren't they over here somewhere? I'm just going to go here. That'll cost us a little bit of gold, but it'll save us a little bit of time as well. And time is money. Time is money, friend. Yeah. Yeah, like a bee. Ugh. No thank you. I don't like getting stung by bees either. So they are over, yeah, they're over there. All right, so we got all the ingredients for them. Hopefully they give us enough gold to pay for the teleport cost there. What's that? A little fox. Those imps over there. Some copper there. Oh, look. Yeah. Love the rune stones. I'd like to find more jute. We definitely need more jute. So I'd like to make a hat. A fawn out there. Kind of have a live and let live philosophy. As long as they're not by something I need, or they don't attack me when I'm going by, and you know, I'm not going to kill you. You can do what you want to do. Oh, little fox. You know? Isn't this them?
Lukunalda! They're back. Friend, give my lovely partner the ingredients.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're back.
Yep.
Were my directions helpful?
Very.
Did you manage to find everything?
I did.
Please say yes.
Yes.
I've listened to Hilgrim belch, groan, and tried to convince himself he's not the one who got us into this mess for long enough, I should think.
Well, here, I found all the ingredients. Here you go.
Oh, you're amazing. You really did it. Now it's up to me to recreate our masterpiece. I hope it wasn't just a fluke, mostly for Hilgrim's sake, because I'll kill him.
Oh.
Here, take this as a reward. You helped us more than you can know.
All right. A bag containing a small collection of useful elixirs and potions. Oh, thank you.
Give me a moment to mix up just a little to test.
Okay. Let's see how this turns out.
Pilgrim, give this a try. You're already drunk.
Maybe a bit more spice.
Perfect. That'll do nicely.
All right, you're welcome. All right, and we got a level. So let's see what this bag has in it, though. Use. Okay, so we got ale. Oh, these are all great. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to utilize all. Well, the stamina one we won't use, but these the ale and the punch we can. Yeah, it'll do very nicely. Okay, and then level 7. So with this as well. Throw another point in magic, because that's what we do. And our next ability is the Aegis of the Unseen. Form a secret soldier within your mind. A defense against arcane forces without. While the beneficial soldier of Apocrypha ability is active on you, increase your armor by 990. What? Really? And I suppose that is for this one here, maybe? Yeah. Perfect. All right, let's go to IQ, and we're going to put. We're going to put. Go back to our quick slot stuff there. There we go. We're going to put these in there. Okay, let's continue on with our main quest, unless we come across again something else that's pretty cool. But what is going on down here? Hello? Flame worms? What's... No, we can't allow flame worms just to be floating around. This near flame worms. Another flame worm down here. Oh, there he is. Oh, they're both back. They're hiding from me. Imagine my... There we go, got one. And... Can I blast him? What is... Now there's a flame hound. A giant flame crab. Okay, put our shield on, there we go. A shulk, a giant beetle-like creature. What now? An iron anchornock. Okay. Looks like they just keep getting... Oh! Keep getting bigger. Come on, keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. Take him down. Woo! Did we do it? We did it. Whew! Man. Oh, medium. Dang. If it was light, that'd be perfect. All right, we did it. We did it, Mom. Whew. Let us continue onwards to our destination. Once again, saving the land from destruction. It's what we do, man. It's what we do. Past the cauldron of death there. Ifri's cauldron of death is what they should call it. You're going in there by yourself. Okay. Where's this manor at? I assume over the bridge. Oh yeah, it's this big place that we just saw, yeah. Look at this place, huh? Yeah, the old lord has...
You there. Can we speak for a moment?
I've got... Maybe in a little bit. I've got to go into the... I'll be back. Yeah, look at this place. Wow. Can we look around? Can we... Water skin? Backpack's empty. Dang it. Oh. Nope. See, you can't take anything from here. It'd be stealing.
I want to help, Lady Arabelle, but I'm concerned for the safety of my retainers.
My associate might be able to help in that regard, Lord Bacaro.
Oh. Lady Arabelle?
Satisfying our curiosity will have to wait. 2 of Lord Bacaro's couriers have run into trouble. If the Ascendant Order is involved, we need to do what we can to help them. Speak to Lord Bacaro and offer your services. I'll add it to your pay.
Okay. You know, okay. Fine. Hello? Okay.
Lady Arabelle asks about the nobility, while 2 of my retainers are missing. The Society of the Steadfast will do whatever is necessary to keep its people safe. She mentioned the Ascendant Order might be involved. Do you think that's possible?
Well, we know that the Ascendant Order has been attacking people all across High Isle.
Yes, I understand that you and Lady Arabelle have tangled with these brigands before. They claim to be knights, but they have no honor. Will you do as Lady Arabelle suggested and look for my retainers? I would consider it a personal favor.
Okay, where were your retainers headed?
I sent Grenier and Denise to retrieve a shipment from the Navir docks, but I expected them back ages ago. They were traveling the road to the south. I just pray no evil befell them. The supplies we can lose, but good people are irreplaceable.
Okay, I'll go look for your missing retainers.
Thank you, my friend. I'll confer with Lady Arabelle while we await your return. I'll tell her everything I know about the nobility of High Isle, if she really thinks that will help. I knew peace would be hard to achieve, but I never expected a war.
Okay, so do we trust this guy? Do we trust him? Watch, he's gonna be one of the leaders or something of the Ascendant Order. I don't know if we trust you, sir. I mean, he sounds nice, right? He sounds nice. Okay, so going south. Alright, so it looks like we gotta kind of go down the road and then over that way. Yeah, I mean, he sounds nice. Protect my people. It could all be a facade. Of course, I could be just, you know, too jaded from being stabbed in the back.
Lost another one. What could it be?
Don't know. I don't know, madam, but I'm on a quest right now. I might be able to help you in just a little bit. Okay. So we'll make our way back down here. Yeah, I don't know if we should trust that guy or not. 'Cause, I mean, I wouldn't say we trusted the Dockmaster, but we didn't have any reason to not trust him. And look how that turned out, right? Ooh, little foxes there. Oh, careful, little guy. I didn't want to run you over. Alright, they should be around here somewhere. Let's hop off our horse just in case we get attacked. Looks like there's a wagon overturned over here. And some Ascendant Order guys. Well. Hello. Gotcha. Oh, I didn't get him. Ah. Oh! Haha! That time I got him. Oh, there's another one up there. And blammo! You're going down, my friend. That's right. Our body's disappeared. I always look for loot as we're going, you know. Oh yeah, sure, I see some bodies, but I'm looking for some loot here. Perhaps you drop some stuff, like this drink here, but yeah, I can make my own drink, actually. Alright. Courier Grenrir's note, we have to say. To whoever finds this, ambush. Knights in unmarked livery, no house emblems. They were waiting for us. Tried to fight, but there were too many. Danais got away, ran south, but 2 of those murderers chased after her. The rest looted our wagon. Don't understand. Lord Bacaro was sure the road to Castle Navarre was safe. Can't hang on much longer. Tell my... Oh no! Tell you what? Tell you what? Oh no. Torn cloth. She went this way. Oh, it looks bloody. Scrap of frayed cloth torn from a garment. Tracks lead south away from where it was found. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the tracks here. Hello? Madam? Oh, there's a bear over there. Big old bear. Oh. Spriggan's crown discovered. Oh, look at that. Oh, it does look like a face up there with the crown on it. Oh, is it going into here? Hello? I want a bear to attack me. There's a Spriggan actually right there. A Spriggan by Spriggan's... This is a cave? Ah! Oof. Oh, I didn't even... Oh. I was tempting fate there. Hello? Oh, where did she get off to? Oh, back into Breakwater Cave. We've already been in here, actually. We were in here fighting, looking for this guy's sheep in our first episode. So we're back in. Back in. There's a bunch of sea creatures in here. Dangerous ones, actually. Privet. Privet was the name of the... Privet was the name of the sheep. Nice try. Nice try, Reef Viper. I'll take your scraps to sell. Alright, oh, it's over right around the corner, eh? Oh, more Reef Vipers. Gotcha. Madam, are you in here? Okay, there's a big boy down here, Coral Hajimoto. Moda. Alright, let's go ahead and hit him with the... Gotcha. Gotcha. Madam? Oh no. Oh no, she didn't make it. After all that? Dang it. A Knight Richel. Tomorrow morning, a wagon escorted by 2 Society of Steadfast retainers will travel to Steadfast Manor from the docks at Castle Naveri. Take your knights and set up an ambush along the road. You are to kill the 2 retainers, a man named Grenier and a woman named Denise. They have seen things they should not have seen and must be eliminated. What'd they see? Confiscate the wagon's load for use by the order. Any other spoils are yours to keep, but remember, the retainers are your mission, not the supplies. There are several good spots to conceal your knights between Castle Navarre and Steadfast Manor. I'm sure you'll pick up a suitable site. See, so is he involved? Yeah, is Lord Bacaro involved? Is there a chest back here? No? Because he's the one that sent him, right? He's the one that sent him and said the road was safe. And so the knights weren't after whatever they were carrying. The knights were after to kill those 2, which they did. Because they saw something they weren't supposed to see. Am I going the right way? Yeah. So that begs the question, did they see it while in the employ of Lord Bacaro? Right? Yeah. Poor guy didn't make it very far in his boat. All right. Again, we might have seen too many movies, but that's what it seems like to me. I did just finish the Reacher series on Amazon Prime. Really good. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. It's got some good humor in it. It's really good action. And good mystery to boot. A lot of Spriggans here, too. Well, a lot of Spriggans here, actually. Don't you do it. We're leaving, ma'am. Oh, look at the bear scratching himself on the rock up there. Or the tree stump. Oh. Okay, listen here. Dumb. Yeah, that's right. Run away. Run away. Here, take a fireball with you. Stupid Spriggan. Reacher, yeah, it's kind of well, he's not a detective, but yeah, it's a murder mystery type thing. And really, really well done. It's based on the books, which are really, really good. Lee Child writes the books. Don't worry, sir, I'll avenge you. And so the show on Amazon is based off his first book. And again, it's really good. I really enjoyed. They did a great job with the series. It's about 8 episodes long, and actors are all really good in it. Yes, there's 2 movies with Tom Cruise as Reacher as well. I forget the name of the actor that plays him in the series, but I like his portrayal better than Tom Cruise. Although Tom Cruise did a great job, I enjoyed the movies, but they were the TV series was really good. I would say the TV series was better than the movies, and I really like the first one. The second movie was all right, but the first movie with Tom Cruise was really good. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what Lord Picaro has to say for himself. Where is he? Lord Picaro? He's in the house. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, the series is really good. Action's really good. And talk to her
You're
first.
back, and alone, I see. I was afraid of something like this. You better speak with Lord Bacaro and let him know what happened to his retainers. He's been anxiously awaiting your return.
I would like to talk to you alone first, but all right. Yeah, so we can't search through his stuff. Be stealing.
You return alone. I take it the news is not good. Grenier and Denise were not just retainers. They were friends. The Steadfast shall miss them, and so shall I. Please, tell me what happened.
Again, I don't know if I'm buying it or not. Your retainers, sir, were killed. I found these orders from the Ascendant Magus.
Grenier and Denise were helping arrange a banquet at Castle Nevere. Then they were to collect the supplies and return here. What could they have seen that would cost them their lives? The banquet is just to welcome our royal guests to the island.
Well, Grenier wrote this note before he died. He tried to fight back.
The Ascendant Order, plundering Steadfast supplies and killing our retainers. Damn. It was brave of Grenier to try to fight back, but foolish. The supplies weren't worth their lives.
Well, again, the supplies were not their target. The retainers were their target, as indicated by the note I just gave you. So, we suspect a wealthy noble may be funding the Ascendant Order.
So Lady Arabelle informed me. I hesitate to accuse anyone, but perhaps you should join me at Castle Nevere. All the nobles of High Isle would be there, and if my retainers did see something at the castle, perhaps you can determine what that was.
Okay. All right, I'll meet you at Castle Nevere.
Duchess Elea of House Dufort is hosting the banquet. She's decided to go ahead and throw the party, even though our guests of honor are still missing. Go to Castle Nevere's courtyard. Introduce yourself when you arrive. Be discreet, please.
Yeah, but why hold the banquet without the guests of honor?
Duchess Elea wants to project confidence, especially in light of the current situation. Rumors travel swiftly in the archipelago. The people need to believe we have things under control. I expected to pay a ransom and have the delegates back by now.
Oh, did you now? Well, you know what? Lady Arabelle mentioned that some of the nobles opposed the peace talks.
Ridiculous. No one opposes peace. It's just that some of the nobles questioned if this were the right time and place. Duchess Elea, for example, didn't want to bring the mainland's troubles to High Isle. But without hope, our efforts would bear fruit.
Well, did anyone else feel that way?
Count Leonard of House Monard enjoys brisk profits by supplying all sides in the war. He doesn't want that to end too abruptly, especially not in a way that makes Elea and House Dufort look good. He detests that she decided to host the talks.
Well, it sounds like House Dufort and House Monard are rivals.
Rivals and partners. House Monard built its wealth on trade. They rely on House Dufort ships to carry their goods. But the two families have long vied with each other for primacy. The Monards resent the fact that the Duforts rule High Isle.
Well, tell me more about the Society of the Steadfast.
My family has always believed that wealth is meant to foster good works. When the three alliances went to war, I made the decision to do whatever I could to help common folk caught in their violent wake. So I started the Society of the Steadfast.
And what does the Society do exactly?
We're not a religious organization per se, but we do take inspiration from the teachings of Standar. We establish healing centers and other works to show compassion and mercy to those touched by this terrible war, soldiers and commoners both.
And you do that here on High Isle?
We're a small society that mostly works near the battlefields of Cyrodiil. I did turn a portion of my estate on High Isle into a healing center. We bring the badly wounded here to recuperate. The peace talks naturally grew out of our other efforts.
So again, this guy, you know, he wants peace, right? He wants the peace talks to happen. And also, why wouldn't he just kidnap the leaders of the Alliance, all three of them, get rid of them, and then he could have peace on his own terms? Just makes more sense to me. I think he is involved with the Ascendant Order, honestly.
It's a shame the Ascendant Order got to Lord Baccaro's retainers before you could. What could they have seen that warranted their deaths? Perhaps we'll learn more at Castle Navier, although I'm certainly not in the mood for a party. I think they saw Lord Baccaro there dealing with the Ascendant Order. I think that's why he had them killed. And then, you know, you kill him on the road so it doesn't point the guilty finger at him. Well, Lord Baccaro said several nobles will be in attendance. And our missing guests of honor will no doubt be the main topic of discussion. This is a chance to listen, as well as ask questions. Make sure you speak to Alea Dufort, Demar Dufort, and John Menard. They'll be the most important nobles present.
It's an interesting way of spelling John. Do you suspect them?
Until we know more, I suspect everybody. But if any of the nobles are funding the Ascendant Order, I think it likely that it's one of the grand families of High Isle. That means House Dufort or House Menard. Either way, we'll know more soon.
And who are these people?
Alea is the Duchess of House Dufort, and nominal ruler of High Isle. Demard is her brother and a count. John Menard is the highest-ranking noble of House Menard, currently on High Isle. He's Count Leonard's cousin, representing house interests here.
Okay, there's a lot of information there. All right. So I know there's a couple quests out here, so let's go help these folks here first before heading on to the manor. See what's going on. I know this guy asked us first. Yes.
Can we speak for a moment?
Well, we can now, sir. I've got a little time before we have to head out to the other castle.
You seem healthy, or at least healthier than most of the manor's patients. Maybe you could help us out. The patients here have fallen prey to a strange malady. None of the menders recognize it, and they can't find the cause.
Manor? Oh, what is this place?
Steadfast Manor, the ancestral home of Lord Baccaro Valoris. Once war broke out, he turned it into a place of healing for the wounded. Soldiers of every faction stay here as they heal from their injuries, but this malady threatens their recovery.
Okay, and you said the menders don't know the cause?
The menders are busy tending to the afflicted. That's where you come in. If you find the cause, then they might better understand how to deal with it. I'll reward you for the effort. What we're doing here in Steadfast Manor is important.
I can help you find the cause for the affliction, as long as I don't catch it.
I'd suggest you talk to some patients who are feeling its effects. Try Arabil Vulf by the fountain, or Malagi. He likes to watch the sea. Oh, and speak with Mender Talil, too. She's inside. I'll be waiting upstairs when you're done.
Can you tell me more about this malady?
I can give a first-hand report. The first symptom is the nightmares. I'm familiar with dreams of war, but these were somehow more horrible. I remember eyes around me, peering from darkness, and screaming. Constant screaming.
Well, that's not good. What happens after that?
Other patients have fevers and fits of shaking. Some become confused, believing themselves back on the battlefield. I had to subdue a dark elf who turned on a mender. Seeing the others like that, I hope that's not where I'm headed.
Oh, you don't have those symptoms yet?
Fortunately, no. I'm lucky. though I dread the day when it comes for me. The malady doesn't seem to strike the same way twice. That's one of the factors that has confused the healers here.
Right. How did you become a patient here?
Like the others, I fought for my king, until I caught a spear in the gut. I laid in the mud for hours before an orc shaman found me. She dragged me back to camp. I ended up in a Breton infirmary. That's when I got the offer.
What kind of offer?
A representative of the society came to my bedside. Told me about a noble plan to foster peace in Tamria. She described how I'd recover alongside my enemies. I thought it sounded overly optimistic. But who turns down a stay by the ocean?
Right. And you don't believe in Lord Baccaro's vision?
Oh, I dream of peace, friend. I've seen too many friends killed, and too much blood spilled to wish otherwise. But I also know that the powerful crave more power, and they don't seem to do much of the fighting or bleeding for it.
Tell me more about the hospice here at Steadfast Manor.
The manor belongs to Lord Baccaro Valoris. He formed the Society of the Steadfast to work for an end to the Three Banners War. The Society brings wounded soldiers from all sides here to recover. They hope we'll find common ground with our enemies.
All right, and what do you do here?
I guess I'm the guard. Usually the patients mind their manners, or they're in too much pain to cause trouble. But we're all soldiers. When fights break out, I settle them, which means the other patients don't really open up to me.
The other patients don't trust you then?
I fought for the Daggerfall Covenant. Even before the war, I marched under its banner. Now here I am, guarding this hospice as an unknown malady torments the minds of their fellows. I guess their suspicions are only natural.
True. All right, hey, thank you very much, Rufflander. Thank you for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate you as always. Do try to get some sleep, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, let's go talk to these guys here. Someone by the fountain, they said. Here we go.
I was told they weren't taking new patients, not until they figured out what's going on. Still, welcome to Steadfast Manor. I'd offer a tour, but I don't quite feel up to it. Haven't slept in days. I can barely stand up straight.
Well, I'm investigating the patient's affliction. Can you tell me about it?
Affliction? A good word for it. I can feel it wearing away at my mind. After days without sleep, my thoughts are cloudy. I'm a shell of myself. Minda Rosalind's tonics help some. She knows what she's doing. Unlike some here.
Oh, who are you referring to?
Master Healer Verily only manages the symptoms. He sedates us or just offers comforting words, but he won't seek out the root cause. Rosalind studied this affliction. She believes it's a curse of the humors, but she needs more research.
Tell me about Mender Rosalind.
We're not close, but I respect her intellect. With her knowledge of alchemy, she could do anything. She chooses to comfort and heal people. Aiding the weak isn't a choice I would make. But now that I'm in need, I see the virtue of it.
Right, and how did you end up at Steadfast Manor?
I thought I was never going to walk again. A wood elf snapped the bones in both my legs.
Wow.
How the little fellow managed it still baffles me. And again, I can't recall much of the battle where it happened. Flashes of memory and no more.
Right, what happened after your legs were broken?
I was carried to the healers, but they had to save their magic for the mortally wounded. So I got wooden braces and some bark to chew on that dulled the pain. My bones healed all wrong. Made walking constant agony.
Did they help you here?
Somewhat. Master healer Verlaine was frank about how I'd suffer more before I healed. They had to re-break each bone, slowly knit them back together. But the pain lessens each day. I can shuffle around now. For that, I'm grateful.
Oh, gosh. All right, what do you think about the goal of Steadfast Manor?
I was a true believer from the moment I heard of it. I felt no hatred for my enemies. I only fought as I was ordered to. I like the idea of learning about other peoples. I admit, I was delighted when I first arrived.
Right, and what do you think now?
Now, my mind is slipping. Something is spreading among the patients. It makes us lose ourselves. I have to think it's a deliberate attack. One of the other alliances is doing this to me. Perhaps coming here was a mistake.
Okay. Wood Elf broke both of his legs, and then they had to re-break them. Oh, gosh. Let's see. No, I don't. I'll go to, there we go. I don't want to go to Castle Navir yet. I want to solve this malady. You up here? Are you down there? Where are you? Dang. Oh, there you are. Hello?
Such a calming vista, yes. The sound of waves lapping at the shore always used to bring me lucky peace. But now, Milwaukee feels like he may jump out of his fur. Fear ripples through Milwaukee, as if he faces battle again.
Is your fear an effect of an affliction spreading among the manor's patients?
This one believes so. Milwaukee was beginning to feel strong. He planned to return to his family in Riemann. Then, at dinner one evening, Milwaukee could not catch his breath. His heart pounded, his vision darkened. Only Mender Roslin could calm him.
And how did she calm you?
Mender Roslin is a master of alchemical remedies. She mixed a powder into Milwaukee's tea that calmed the storm. Yesterday, Roslin told this one she might have a cure for his sickness. A new potion that looked promising. But she has disappeared.
Well, that's not good. And is it? I thought that... Oh. Thought that was someone else. All right. Well... Oh, there she is. Is this Rosalind? No.
I thought Master Healer Vera Lane was clear to Armin. No outsider should come on these grounds. Certainly not inside the manor. You see this man?
I don't.
You don't know what's caused his condition. But it seems all our patients share this affliction.
He keeps disappearing. Armin Demal asked me to look into the cause of the affliction.
Interesting. Well, he's a good man. If he thinks you can help, then you can stay.
Thank you.
If you start hearing voices or seeing strange things, tell me straight away. A shame that Mender Roslin's not here to speak with you. We truly need her.
Do you know where Mender Roslin went?
I'm afraid not, and that worries me. You see, Roslin isn't one to abandon her duties, and some patients have vanished as well. Just gone from their beds when we check on them.
Yeah, like this guy?
I shouldn't talk about this. People are upset already.
Look, the dog's like, well, how's he doing this? All right. There we go. So, yeah, he should be in the house, right? He's above. Okay. He's above.
thought we might find something in there we can use.
You've made your thoughts clear. No one enters the dispensary.
Maybe you heard. My talk with Master Healer Vera Lane was unproductive. He always sticks to procedure. No sense of urgency with that one. Well, how did you fare? Learn anything from the patients?
Well, everyone mentioned Mender Roslin. Apparently she's gone missing.
Everyone respects Mender Roslin. She's got a rare combination of kindness and skill. And between you and me, she plays a strong game of cards. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen her in a while. Where could she be?
Mender Tellerel told me a few patients have vanished as well.
Strange that this affliction shows up at the same time people start disappearing. I don't believe in coincidences. Why didn't Vera Lane tell me about this? Sure, I'm not a member of the society, but still. Anything else?
Well, Mender Roslin has a theory about cursed humors, and she began researching a cure.
Then we need to get into the dispensary. That's where Rosalind worked. Vera Lane has a key, and so does Mender Aldvar. Get the dispensary key from one of them, and go take a look around. I'll keep watch while you're inside.
And how do we get Master Healer Valoran's key?
Try flattery, if you're good with words. If you can impress him with some alchemy, he might trust you. Or maybe mention you're searching for Mender Roslin. Those two are close.
Oh, were they? What do you mean they were close?
Nothing untoward, I don't think. But they've worked together a long time. Roslin told me once that Vera Lane personally chose her to join the Society of the Steadfast. He respects alchemists, and there are few better than Mender Roslin.
Right. Well, where can I find Mender Aldivar?
Well, I've never seen a lazier Mender. I bet you can find him asleep on the docks. Now, I'd never suggest you steal the key from his pack, but if it fell out and you picked it up...
You said he's Mender Roslin's aide?
Yeah, and I have no idea why. Aldvar doesn't offer much to her. No real strength in herbalism or alchemy that I've seen. I might be too hard on him. He does get along well with all the patients. Perhaps Roslin has a soft spot for the mediocre.
Is there any other way into the dispensary?
I guess you could pick the lock, but you didn't hear me suggest that. Supposedly, I'm the security here. This affliction keeps the Menders busy, so I doubt she'll be noticed. Just don't break the door. We can't let patients take what they want.
Okay. Well, I guess we could try to flatter this guy here. Hello?
Good day, stranger. Did I just see you speaking with my friend Arlen? He's one of our most noteworthy successors at Steadfast Manor, or so I believe. How can I help you?
I'm looking to Mender Roslin's disappearance.
Terrible shame. Roslin was one of our best healers, incredibly talented. Her loss has really made things hard around here. But we're doing the best we can. What can I do to help?
One of your Menders mentioned a potion she was working on. I'd like to look around your dispensary.
I'm afraid that's out of the question. I'm sure you have good intentions, but our dispensary is full of sensitive, even dangerous materials. It's imperative nothing there be disturbed. Lives depend on it.
Well, Roslin may have left notes there about a cure for the patient's mysterious illness.
Look, I appreciate your concern. I really do. Roslin's absence impedes our work here. Unfortunately, I can't simply allow anyone to just muck about in the dispensary, especially an unknown adventurer. Now I must get back to work. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you, sir. Okay. Yeah, he didn't fall for it.
The dispensary is a separate building out back. You'll find it by the terrace, where our guests can rest and take in the sea air. Once you get inside, I'll stand lookout and make sure no one disturbs you.
I could pick the lock. Pretty good at picking. As long as there's no one watching, it should be all right. Last one. Oh yeah, easy peasy.
Sorry, Mender. It's closed for cleaning. Don't worry, I'll let you know when it's open again. Shouldn't be long.
Okay, nothing here. What am I looking for? Backpack. There's this journal. Oh, right here. Today's 11 days ago. Today, several patients appeared unusually tired and ill at ease. Strangely enough, they all complained about bad dreams. And 4 days later, something is definitely not right. Nearly half the patients now suffer from fatigue and anxiety, and reports of terrifying nightmares are now commonplace. Some sort of contagious fever or something else? I know I have seen something like this before, but where? One Nord soldier who is suffering greatly from this mysterious affliction is now missing. I fear he may have harmed himself. 2 days after that, 2 more patients are missing, but I think I know what's going on here. These soldiers are suffering from the onset of vampirism. The symptoms are mild, but the sleeplessness, lassitude, and the feeling of dread and fearfulness all fit. There's no survival, but there are no vampires in the manor. I'm certain of it. Alexis Villarain is not convinced. He believes the physical symptoms are simply a lack of sleep caused by the patient's terrible experiences in the war. He recommends bedtime. All right. Can't wait for Alexis to recognize what is going on here. I'm preparing small doses of an elixir that counters the symptoms of early-stage vampirism. Need to see if that helps. The mission patient is now number 7. Day 2. As I suspected, the anti-vampirism elixir provided immediate relief to those patients I treated. I do not think the condition has been cured, however. Must brew a stronger potion with fresh ingredients. I have most of what I need here on the grounds, but I'll need some harpy feathers for the antidote. Fortunately, collies of harpies nest in the hills west of the manor. I'll set up first light.
Hey, you almost done in there? I can't keep this up forever.
Yeah, I'm almost done, man.
Ah, there you are. Find anything?
I did.
I can't believe that Mender fell for the old closed for cleaning line. Well, did you find anything?
I found this journal.
Can I see it? This is Rosalind's, all right. An illness related to vampirism? I might not have any more book learning than you need to swing a sword, but I think I would have noticed a vampire hanging around.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Rosalind doesn't seem to know either, but she was researching a cure.
I can see that. And look, here's something about harpy feathers. If Rosalind went looking for harpy nests, maybe we should too. She says the nests are nearby. Shouldn't be hard to find.
All right, I'm going to check out the harpy nests.
Beware of the harpies. They can be vicious. I'd go with you, but I don't dare leave the patients alone with the Menders, or with each other. Not if they're fighting off some kind of vampire sickness.
Well, that's true, sir. And that's going to have to be next time. It is lunchtime for right now. So a couple hours more into it. We've got a couple more levels here today. Leveled up a few of our items. Made a better staff anyway, and upgraded a few items with some enchantments. Doing great. I'm enjoying the class, and I'm enjoying the storyline very much so. So until next time, guys, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to all of you very, very soon. Until then, bye-bye.